I have no idea how we missed it.
Wow, is that a big one?
Well, Austin and I are out. Gonna try to find some bulls today. Maybe an early dropper shed, but mostly just gonna try to locate some bulls. And, oh boy, there's a hard crust snow, which is not ideal, and it's snowing. But we're both out of shape currently, so we gotta at least get back in shape. But we'll keep you posted. Hopefully be able to glass up a couple bulls and know where to look here in a few weeks. Last year I found one on this road that we're walking in on, so you never know. Well, we are currently getting our butts kicked just trying to get back in here to glass some of this country. The snow is crusted over, and you can't trust your step. So you just randomly fall through knee-deep snow. It's really fun. But we're gonna follow this valley up. And this side feels a little more melted, so we're gonna bring that back. Hopefully, turn something up. They don't seem to typically bed in here. This is more of a feeding spot, and they bed up in this steep country over here. We're gonna attempt to glass a little bit of it, but we don't want to booger them too bad. We've just been looking for sign, haven't seen a ton of elk tracks. Finally getting into a few old ones here, so hopefully we'll see a little more sign and get some intel, and maybe a bonus shed. You never know. Well, this was somehow saw this in the snow. Oh, it's actually a pretty decent buck. So we got our participation trophy. It's a pretty decent participation trophy. It's actually in pretty good shape because it sat here under these jack pines.
That was a hell of a spot.
Lucky. It's kind of a cool buck, ain't it? Like a big old curvy brow tine. Maybe we'll get lucky and snatch a couple more on the way out of here. Good morning, guys. I'm heading out this morning in hopes of finding the first brown elk shed of the year. Haven't been out near as much as I had hoped to be out. It's been a busy late winter, early spring. Spring came late this year. Been a ton of snow, so here we go. Hopefully it'll be good. This year's Shed Quest will likely have a few less episodes than years past just because of our crazy winter, and we did not get out near as much early as we had hoped. And we didn't find a ton of deer antlers, mostly because there's too much snow to go every time we could go. So, yeah, I'll stop jabbing. We'll see out there, see if we can strap a couple big old brown elk sheds to the pack this morning. Stay tuned. Well, I'm hiking, so that's good. definitely not in very good shape yet, because usually I have more miles in by now. So it's gonna hurt a little today, but it's worth it. Hopefully we can at least pick up a participation trophy, or maybe something better, but time will tell. Well, about 2 miles in, getting back into these good valleys finally. And there's a big bowl up here where a few years ago I scooped 4 right sides in about 30 minutes. So I'm gonna make a big pass loop through this south facing valley behind me, basically. Just work this side hill and then cut back up into that bowl and hopefully turn something up. Finding them up in that junk is pretty tricky, but that's where they go to get lost. There could be some old whites in here. I've never quite hit this far south of this valley, so guess we'll see. Well, 3 miles in, nothing yet, but I feel like I'm getting into the better area now, so hopefully we can break the ice here soon. Well, I'm on the board. I thought it looked like a shed from ways away. It's an old, goofy raghorn. Would have been a cool brown because he's got like a weird flyer little point there, but ancient. But it's a donator, so we'll keep it for now anyhow. Peek around in this tall grass, see if anything else is hiding. I wanted to take a second, show you guys a little gear hack that I have. So this is my Gen 2 T&K vinyl harness. And the back of it, if you look close, I have a Springfield Hellcat 9mm that slides right in the back, and the magnet on the back actually holds it flush, and it's literally like it's not even there. So it's a perfect little hack to carry a small little compact. This is just a 9, which isn't the greatest carry gun, especially if you're hunting in bear country, but there's no bears around here. Shouldn't be anyhow. But you never know. You're better off having it and not needing it than not having it and needing it. So I always just throw it in the back there just as a to have it along, and then you don't have to carry a big holster or anything. It's out of the way. Ride's good, but right in the back of the zippered pouch on the Gen 2 T&K vinyl harness, perfect little carry option. I'm kind of just bored because I'm hiking through some wide open stuff, and so I thought I'd share that. Anyhow, I'll stop jabbing, and hopefully I'll show you a little bit bigger than shed than that raghorn here soon, or fresher, or anything really. Stay tuned. Mile 4, finally getting into some more elk sign. Every year's a little different in here. Seems like they'll hop around from one valley to the next. And this was probably the heaviest snowpack year we've had since I've been shed hunting in here. So I'm getting closer to the steeper, more protected south-facing bowls. And I'm thinking that might be the key. Or maybe I'll strike out. You never know. But we're sure gonna give her hell. Well, we got ourselves a little bonus set. One side's right there. One side's right there, a little whitetail. Thought I saw tines up here, so I had to come investigate. Decent little 4. The other side is right here. Probably last year's. There's the other one. voila. Yeah, I'm gonna go with maybe 2 years old. But you know what? Right now, we'll take it. Hopefully it's just the beginning of something much bigger. I'm gonna keep going because we have a couple hours left to finish my loop and get up in these big bowls. So, let you know what we find next. Well, I found a little deadhead mule deer. Just a little guy. Who knows what happened a couple winters ago, might have got him. Hard to say, but a little bit discouraged because I'm not finding the fresh elk sign that's usually in here. So they must have moved out of here a couple valleys away or something. And I'm running out of time for today. But I know they gotta be in here somewhere. They're just not in the valleys I chose this morning. Maybe I'll get lucky on the way out of here. Don't have high hopes. Maybe something old in this downfall. Hey, there's a shed. What the heck? It's a deer shed, but looks heavy. Sweet. A little change of luck anyhow. What do we got here? Oh, it's a nice 5. Out in the wide open. Oh yeah. Pretty good shed. Nobody found it sitting out here in the wide open, the south slope, pretty grassy within all this downfall. Nice little change of luck. I guess I just had to start talking to the camera to get something decent. But you know what? We'll take it, especially on a day like today. Find of the day so far. Maybe the other side's still floating around here somewhere too. Peek around a little bit and see. Well, I am 6 miles in. Have yet to see any real fresh elk sign. But I decided to loop up into one of the highest bowls up here. On my way out, make a big hook back to the pickup. See if maybe they're up in these higher, steeper bowls. I don't probably really have time to do this, but I'm gonna truck it and try to make time. See if I can get lucky. Oh, it's been brutal. I went up about 400 feet in elevation in a very short distance. And right back down and right back up and right back down. 7.5 miles in. Just not finding the elk sign. So, guess I can cross this area off. And next time I'll just have to keep looking until I find the pocket. Unless we get lucky on the way out of here. Whew. Not in shape yet. But we're getting there. This will be a good break in. Go all out on the first day. Just hit it hard. Well, decided to cut up through these trees on the way back, take a little shortcut back from brown deer shed. Not real big, but kind of cool little buck. A little character to him. Had a rough shed. I had to hurt a little bit. Well, that's a wrap for today. Found this old ancient goofy raghorn. One brown whitetail shed. It's a nice hard white good buck. The one set. So it could have been a lot worse. Could have been a lot better. Still no brown elk sheds yet on the year, but we're not giving up hope yet. So thanks for watching, and we'll jump to the next day now. Well guys, it is another day looking for sheds. I have a few hours for work this morning, And I thought I'd come out. I found two pretty good sheds in here about a month ago that I never paired up, and I haven't really got a chance to grid around and see if I could pair them up. So that's what I'm gonna do. I guess I got 2 hours, so get a decent little hike in anyhow, and hopefully match them up, or maybe stumble into something else. Time will tell. We'll see what goes on. We haven't got out as much this year as we had hoped, and we're hoping to salvage it with elk sheds here real soon. There's a bunch of them on the ground, just haven't had time to get out and grind. I'm gonna take the boys out here in a few days, and hopefully we can pick up a couple obvious ones on the flats and go from there. But I'll keep you posted this morning. Hopefully turn something up. Stay tuned. This is why it's important to grid search a thick area like this. I've shed hunted this spot probably 4 or 5 times in the last 2 years, and somehow never found this that appears to be probably 3 years old, maybe. A little too far gone now, but heck, I picked up one like right back here the other day, about a month ago. So you just really gotta grit it. We'll keep looking. Well, found another old one. Tine's down. It's definitely under snow last time I was in here. It's crazy. I've been in here I don't know how many times, and every time, especially after the big snow, it matted down this grass. There was still some snow in here last time I was in here. These randos just pop up. This one's super cool. It's tiny. But look at that. How low that G2 comes off, whatever you want to call it. Kind of a neat little shed. Definitely last year's, I would say, but pretty cool. Let's see what else we can find for hidden little gems in here. Okay, it's official. I'm officially renaming this place the nursery. This one is, it looks pretty dark. I'd call it a brown, but it was also like a mouse den around it. Somehow not nibbled up too bad. So I can't tell if the snow just took the blood and the stuff off his base. It doesn't really matter. Just a little guy, but cool nonetheless. So that's 4 sheds in about 15-20 minutes. No gems, but good donators anyhow. So for the old shed drive, if you haven't heard of it, we do a shed drive every year for South Dakota youth hunting, and we accept shed antler donations. We sell them all. We write a big check to the program. So if you have any sheds you'd be willing to donate, doesn't matter, old chalky white ones, brown ones, doesn't matter. We'll take absolutely anything. So reach out to us, shoot us a message on Instagram or Facebook, get a hold of Travis, myself, or Jeremy. We'll get you taken care of, and we sure appreciate all the support. It's been huge over the last 3 years. We've raised over $10,000 for the program, and we're trying to keep that bar high. So with all your help, I know it's possible, and we'll keep seeing if we can find some more for the kids here. Well, first walk, found 4 little guys. I decided to switch areas. There's a spot that I haven't hit all year that used to be really good, and last year it wasn't real good, but I only hit it like 1 time last year, and it's just been preying on my mind. So I'm gonna head over there, see if we can scoop a few more. Well, got about an hour left. See if we can turn anything else up here. Kind of excited about this spot, but usually when you get really excited about a spot, it always disappoints. So we're gonna not find anything here, and hopefully our prediction is wrong. Yeah, not what you want to see, but pretty close to a major road. So I'm sure it's roadkill. Got hit by a car, scrambled down here, and Coyotes found him. Nice up-and-comer buck. Nothing special, but keep moving, see if we can find a shed instead of a deadhead. Never fun seeing, but like seeing that. Rubs right off the road. No dice, I jinxed it. I just got back to the pickup. Gotta head to work. Good little exercise morning. And we're gonna go out in 3 days with the boys and see if we can scoop our first brown elk sheds of the year. Really looking forward to that. They've been wintering in the same spot as they did last year. Last year we were out by now. This year we decided to leave them alone. We've all been busy, so we just really haven't had time to get out. But we're pretty optimistic that we're gonna pick some up on Sunday. So we'll bring you along with us. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoy this condensed version of Shed Quest this season. And it's gonna heat up here real quick, so stay tuned.